Tinubu, may you help me. I go commit suicide too. I go kill myself. Lagos State, I go kill myself. Give me my property. You know, give me my property. See, we are asleep. You forsake me. You forsake my life.
This is exciting news for prospective landowners, homeowners, land buyers, and tenants in Lagos State, both locally and abroad. If you are thinking about buying land, developing property, or finding a place to call a home, you may be concerned about unscrupulous individuals posting as real estate agents, developers, surveyors, valuers, or brokers. These people may take your money without providing the land. Worry no more. The Lagos State government has established the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRERA, an authority to protect the interests of everyone, both at home and abroad. Are you a real estate practitioner? Have you heard of this regulatory body, LASRERA? Have you registered with them? Do you even know that it is illegal to practice without registering with this authority? Do you know the registration procedure? What about you, the prospective land buyers? Do you know the step to take before engaging the so-called real estate developers? All these questions and more will be answered in this interactive section with Barrister Barakat Odunuga, the Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on housing. Stay tuned as we dive into this important discussion.
Okay, starting, we want to know what are the primary objectives of the Lagos State Regulatory Authority, LASRERA, when it comes to Lagos State, and why was it established?
Okay, the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority was enacted into law in 2022 February, and the main objective of the agency was for it to regularize and sensitize the public, and also to sanitize the real estate sector, because the sector is so polluted, and the essence for creation of the agency was, it was a department before under the Ministry of Housing, before it became a full-fledged agency in 2022. And the main objective is just to regularize and sensitize the public on real estate matters, and also to make the space the same one to fit global practices.
Okay. This particular LASRERA was actually established in the year 2022, and because of the whole pollution in the real estate world, especially in Lagos. Now, you said it was actually set up to regularize and sanitize. Now, from 2022 till date, this is 2024, and approximately that's 2 years plus. Now, on a scale of 1 to 100, if we're to scale it, can we say Nigerians have actually been able to fit in, get proper and ample information on what LASRERA stands for? That's the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority in Lagos State.
Well, I would say yes to a large extent, because we've been advocating and also trying to publicize the agency for anybody in the real estate sector and practicing real estate stakeholders in general, for them to come under the umbrella and register, for them to be licensed to practice real estate in Lagos State. Yes. So this does not get or limit, is not limited to just agents alone. So you have developers, real estate practitioners, i.e. agents, brokers, developers, what's not have you in the real estate sector. So we have quite a number of people that have registered. And once you register, it's a yearly registration with a renewal every year. Once you do a one-time registration, the renewal is just yearly. And once you do that, you're licensed to practice real estate in Lagos State.
Okay, now looking at the whole, okay, if we'll be truthful, the real estate world, especially in Lagos, is becoming saturated. And that is the truth. Now, when we talk about the real estate, the surveyors and the estates agents, they are not excluded. Now, if we are to calculate it, how many of them can you say register on a monthly basis? And how many of them have the sample information that they are supposed to? Because it's one thing for policies and laws to exist. It's another thing for the citizens to actually cooperate with the government to adhere to this.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that in the last 2 years, I believe we've been able to capture well over almost 2,000 people.
Wow, that's
and even though the pool is very
large,
and we're still trying as much as possible to sensitize and also advocate to the public for them to come forward to register. Because if you are found wanting and you've not registered, there's quite a lot of things that can be done. You can be penalized, you can be fined, you can also be blacklisted. It depends, because at the end of the day, yes, we know the pool is very, very saturated. And you know, land is like gold to us in Lagos State. And they find the real estate sector somewhere like they can make quick cash. But it's okay to make quick cash, but just do it legally. So we're still advocating to the public for them to come forward to register and be licensed to practice, so they legalize to practice real estate in Lagos.
Okay, thank you so much, Barrister Barakat. Now, our viewers that are actually watching, a lot of them would actually find this information very new and quite innovative to them. Now, what are the processes to register and for licensing for these real estate brokers, surveyors, and agents to get registered? What are the processes in Lagos State, and what are the cost implications?
The process is quite seamless and straightforward. We have a website, it's lasrera.lagostate.gov.ng, and there you find a step-by-step process on how you can register. It's a quite straightforward registration, so far as you have your documentations and the requirements. So after you've done that, it depends on what you're registering as. Developers have a set amount, agents have a set amount, brokers have a set amount. So once you do that one-off registration, when you're about to renew the year after, you even get a discount to register. So you're not paying the same amount that you paid to register first time. And the fact that there was an agency, a department before called LASRERA. What we did when this agency was established by my predecessor was that the people that were registered for LASRERA just came forward with their certificates, and they were inculcated into the new system. So it's just a renewal fee they paid and not the full amount for the first time registration. So if you're practicing real estate in Lagos State without having due license, just go to the website, lasrera.lagostate.gov.ng. It's very straightforward to register.
Okay, now I'm talking about the different fees for brokers, for developers, for real estate agents. Why are there different prices? Why are there different segments?
The reason why they are different is because developers don't make the same money as brokers. Brokers don't make the same money as agents. So it's categorized by your financial circle, so to speak.
Okay, are there any basic documents they're supposed to have?
You would have to have your CAC documents, you have to have a registered place of address, you have to have a bank account that is linked to the company name that you're registering with. And once you've provided all that, and then you fulfill all those requirements, then once you fill the form, then our monitoring and compliance department comes to check out the said office, because you have to have an office that is situated somewhere in Lagos. They can point to that this is where my office is located. So once they can do all that and you're verified, then you can process and get a license to practice real estate.
Thank you so much, Barrister Barakat. This is getting interesting. But moving on, I want to ask, can you explain how LASRERA handles disputes and mediation between parties? For example, there is a dispute between the tenants and the landlords or the brokers not meeting up to the goal or the dream they usually sell to clients to get to invest in a particular property. How do LASRERA step in to handle this dispute between parties in real estate transactions?
Well, I can tell you for a fact that before you entered my office, I was still dealing with some petitions that were sent to this office. So how we deal with it is that we have a legal department and a legal officer here that handles such disputes, and we help them mediate if the petitions are sent forward. And once we mediate, we call both parties, try to speak to both of them and see how they can meet halfway. Because it's always easier to settle out of court and just, talk and see how you can meet halfway. But if it's something that is beyond what the legal officer of the agency can do, then we involve the Ministry of Justice. And some cases have actually gone to court. We actually have some in court at the moment. And I can tell you that this agency, since the inception, has actually realized and recovered for people that have sent petitions well over almost 500 million naira. And they've been giving back to the people that were, so to speak, collected money from and were not giving their properties.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Now, moving on, talking about the rules and the policies of LASRERA and for brokers, real estate developers to actually register. Now, for those who did not or have not, are there penalties for those who fail to register, or companies or bodies that do not register for LASRERA?
I think I've mentioned that in the past in my earlier answer.
Okay.
So if you're practicing real estate in Lagos State and you have not registered, and the agency comes and they find out that you're doing that, you can be fined and legal actions can be taken against you. So it's advisable that either you're practicing real estate in whatever capacity that you're practicing real estate, just register and be licensed. It doesn't take so much time. Within like 10-20 minutes, you're done registering.
Okay, now moving on, which other agencies do LASRERA collaborate with to help monitoring the real estate sector, especially in Lagos? Because a lot of nuisance are actually coming out now. Like, we can record a lot of things, and some persons actually getting away with some things, especially the real estate brokers, for example. Now, are there other agencies aside from the lawyers and co you collaborate with?
Yes, we collaborate with the mother agency, obviously, that is in charge of this, which I'm the SA to.
Okay.
So the Ministry of Housing is number one. Ministry of Justice, like I said, if we can't solve the disputes, then we take it to the Ministry of Justice. Also, the Lagos State Mortgage Board as well, to LBIC as well, and agencies like that, and it's physical planning as well too. So we partner with all those agencies for us to have a seamless registration of intending real estate practitioners.
Okay, thank you. Now, coming down to the real estate sector in Lagos, for example, now there was a time it was being rumored that there would be a law or a policy for citizens in the country to start paying monthly in Lagos, looking at the global markets, and how is it in other countries that are well developed. Now, do you think, or do you see such policies coming to limelight in Lagos, for example, where citizens get to pay monthly and not yearly as it's been?
Well, it's a policy that I spoke about on Channels TV. I think I spoke about it 3 or 4 months ago while I was on Channels TV, and Mr. Governor has also pronounced it as well too. So it will come to light, but it just has to, you can't just bring up a policy without it backing by the law. So we're working with the State House of Assembly for us to be able to achieve that. So once it gets passed into law, then I think it's something that the Lagos State residents, most especially the tenants, would love, because it saves you the burden of you saying you're saving a year to pay rent. Because if you're well traveled and you've been abroad, they don't pay yearly. They pay monthly. So which eases their stress and burden. So this is what you're paying monthly for rent, instead of looking at the 12-month gap.
Okay, ma'am, if the policy should come up for yearly rent, a monthly rent, I beg your pardon. Now, what about the students, especially those who want to stay off campus? And we know the educational system in Nigeria, the institutions, most time, the hostel don't cover for every student, and some of them have to stay off campus. Now, what about the students that are staying off campus?
Well, I would like to tell you that the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority doesn't just protect or doesn't just go after real estate agents or developers or whatnot. They also protect the interest of every Lagosian, students included. So if you're renting or you're getting accommodation privately, do make sure to try to check if that agent that you're renting through is registered, because once you put the person's name on, you can verify, because once you don't do that, then that's when you start having problems with the realtor or the agent that you're renting from. So once you do that and you've done due diligence to that and you have issues, then you can rise to the agency and then we'll wade in and see how we can help.
Okay. Now, thank you so much. Now, also looking at the legitimacy of a property in Lagos, some property owners or intending investors most times get ripped off in the coming years. Now, what are the process a property owner or an intended property owner should take to verify some properties in Lagos, for example, when it comes to real estate agents or companies and co with LASRERA?
I would advise the public, before you do any transactions with anybody, either agent, developer, broker, whatever the case may be, please go on the website to verify that that real estate practitioner is actually licensed to practice real estate. And also on the website as well too, you have a right to showcase the properties that you have. So if you go on the website and as an intending landlord, you can find properties that are well certified, that you're sure that you're not running into the wrong hands. And if you run into the wrong hands by picking up a property on that website, so it's easier for us to trace the people that put those properties on the website. So please visit the website for you to be able to verify if the property is legit or not. And I'll repeat the website again. It's LASRERA, LASRERA.gov.ng.
Okay, thank you, Barrister Barakat. Now, moving on, LASRERA have been existed for 2 years plus now. Now, can you highlight some of the successes of LASRERA, especially with you on set, because you've been doing an amazing job?
Thank you very much. So I would say, yeah, LASRERA has just been in existence for 2 years. But like I said, it was a department under the Ministry of Housing before. So under my own watch, I think we've been able to resolve quite a lot of disputes. There was one that was actually a major one about a few months ago, where a man went on social media and he was saying he wanted to commit suicide because he got duped and by some said developer. And the governor of Lagos State picked it up and he sent it that we need to wade in, that he doesn't want any loss of lives, even though the person was in the diaspora. And I can tell you that within 48 hours, the matter was resolved. So it's something that I'm proud of. And that person has been giving his property and both parties are happy. So I have cases of such, and also I'm pursuing how to also amend the tenancy laws as well too. So I'm working hand in hand with the Lagos State House of Assembly, the committee that's presiding over the agency. So that's the Committee for Housing.
Okay. First of all, I will say kudos to you, Mom. You're doing an amazing job. I know it's not been easy. And talking about your good job, can we look at some of the challenges you faced as the special advisor to the governor on housing, and looking at LASRERA? What are the challenges you faced in regulating the real estate sector, and how have you been able to address some of those challenges?
The major challenge that we face is that we're not having a lot of people come forward to register. The pool is large, and getting our hands on people to register is actually very tedious. And so that's why we will be going very hard on advocacy in the next coming weeks. And also, there's this yearly program that we do. It's called the Marketplace. So we bring all the real estate developers, stakeholders in general, to one place at the hotels, and then we speak to them on the benefits of actually registering with LASRERA and partnering with the state government, because it makes everything seamless and easy. So those are the major challenges that we face here. Non-compliance, trying to get people to actually come forward, and it's for their own good. So I just want to urge and beg that to make our job easier, please come forward to register.
Okay, thank you. Talking about the Marketplace, have it been held this year? Or
so it's a yearly event that comes up around December. So the next one is coming up December this year. Once a date has been finalized and the theme of the year has been finalized, they will be out in the public. The last one was held in December last year, on the 12th and 13th of December 2023. And the theme for that last year was mitigating, a panacea for mitigating disaster solutions in the real estate sector. And it was a success. We had well over like 3,000 participants. It was a 2-day event.
Wow. Thank you. I look forward to it this year, and I believe I'll be part of it.
Hopefully, we'll be looking forward to receiving you as well too.
No problem, ma'am. Good work together. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Lastly, what advice do you have for someone looking to invest in the real estate market in Lagos? And what are the advice you give them so they don't get to fall victims to fraudulent developers or real estate agents?
My advice to the people that are looking for to invest or not fall prey is that they make sure they go to the website to check that the property they're intending to buy or invest in, most especially people in the diaspora, that they're registered and they're legitimate. And not just registered agents alone. Make sure you check your documents as well too, to make sure that there's a title and those lands does not have encumbrances or does not have any legal issues on it. So that's why we work with the Ministry of Physical Planning. So if you want to purchase land, please go to the land registry to go and search, and also visit the Physical Planning Ministry as well to check that everything is in order before you. And lastly, make sure that the agent is registered.
Very important. Very important. Okay, thank you so much. Before we say bye, what can you say about this endeavor that is the Cable Plus Property Media wanting or going out to gather professionals like you and advise them, giving your 2 cents on some of the housing issues and the real estate world in Lagos? Now, what is your 2 cents about the Cable Plus Property Media, and can you or will you be able to refer us to someone else?
I would like to say that you're doing a good job, kudos. And I watch your YouTube
videos.
Yes, I do, and I'm actually proud of what you're doing. So what I will urge is that you're partnering, because you're here now, so you've partnered with us in some way or the other. So I would want to urge and plead that you publicize us, you tell the public about us, and also about all the other agencies that you've been as well too, because Lagos State cannot do it alone. So we need people like you to help us advocate to the public that this agency is doing that, that agency or that ministry is doing that, that agency is doing that. So once they know it's coming from you, they know it's something that is legit. So please sell the Ministry of Housing, most especially Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, and Lagos State governments to the public, most especially people in the diaspora. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Barrister Barakatu Dunugu Bakari. It was really an interesting time with you. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the detailed and well precise information.
Thank you so much.
To have a blessed day, Mom.
Thank you for joining us today on this enlightening discussion about land and property matters in Lagos State. Remember, the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, LASRERA, is here to protect your interest and ensure that all real estate transactions are safe and transparent. If you haven't registered with LASRERA or need more information about the registration process, don't hesitate to reach out and get the support you need. For more valuable insights on land property issues, be sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may benefit from this knowledge. Also, leave your question or comment below, and we will be happy to address them in future sessions. Until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and take the right step towards achieving your real estate goal. Bye.